super hip theme music right here. Put on my super fly shit. Infamous, you a genius.
Hey y'all, what it is, what it do, it's your boy Jay Smooth. Welcome to another episode of Smooth Customs. And today, we're back working on the Lexus LS400. And I know, I suck at YouTube. It's been a while, as usual. But anyways, I'm here, and we're gonna work. Even though it's a little hot, but, you know, why am I complaining? I live in Vegas. It is what it is. Alright, so let's get to it. Today's project, I'm gonna be doing linear actuators on the trunk of the Lexus so that they open automatically and close automatically. A lot of videos ago, you saw an episode where I switched out the shocks for the trunk because the trunk wasn't holding up. Well, it's been a couple of years now, and of course, they're starting to go out from opening and close so much, they're starting to lose their strength. And I'm getting tired of it. Instead of spending the money and time to put shocks back in, we're gonna put some linear actuators. Now, I went ahead and ordered the smallest and strongest 8-inch linear actuators that I could find. I have these two, one for each side. And of course, because I can't leave well enough alone, and I can't just do regular linear actuators, I have to complicate things. So the way that I'm complicating things is I have this right here, which is a controller that allows me to add remote or wireless operation of the actuators. Also, what's this gonna do is dual function. I'm gonna hook it up to this, and if all works well, I will be able to hit the trunk popper again, and it's gonna send a signal, and since it's already open, it's gonna tell this to go back in reverse and close itself. So hopefully I'll get it to work from the interior switch inside the Lexus, and I'll be able to use it with the trunk popper. Now here on the Lexus key, it has a button with the trunk popper on it. On the remote, if you press and hold the trunk opening button, it unlocks the trunk. Not sure if it's gonna work. It may end up just being something as simple as adding an up and down switch. So I got these Momentary switches, and so it should be easy. The hard part is getting these to fit in that spot because it's tight for space. Alright, well, if you guys are watching this, that means I succeeded, but I can't tell the future, so let's hope I pull this off. Let's get to work. Alright, so we got this strut right here that we need to replace with an actuator. Alright, so I haven't even opened these. They're still in the packages. Alright, so this is supposed to be the same length as the shock here. I'm gonna find out right now. Alright, this is fully extended. So let's pull this out and see if it matches up lengthwise. Well, now we have to measure. Oh no. Did we go too far? We're talking, it's about this whole length. We're gonna have to MacGyver some things. Yep. We're gonna have to MacGyver some things. So I wanted to show you guys something, right? Alright, so this shock, right? This shock right here, right? Is fully extended, right? So if you look, it is almost the same length as this. See? It's only like a little bit of difference. But the issue is gonna be on this side. So we're looking at a, from here is a 4-inch difference which means I gotta make a bracket that comes back to about here for this to work. Now, if we lay this on top, we're looking at 1/2 inch right there from here to here. It's actually, yeah, 1/2 inch. So 4.5 inches from here to here is what's going to give us the proper length for open and close. Alright, hold on, I'm stopping the video right here. I ran into an issue where this actuator that I got right here, that's supposed to be 100 pounds, right, failed on me. I was able to close, and then when it went to open the trunk, it literally fried itself. So it was back to the drawing board. I went ahead and got a heavy duty actuator, one that's takes 200 pounds. It looks like this one right here, but this is an 8-inch, and this time around I ordered a 4-inch. Now the reason I ordered a 4-inch is because this stroke right here is 5 inches. Now they sell a 6-inch. It would have been too long, because the 4-inch, once it's compressed, it's this big. So basically right now with the new 4-inch actuator that I put, that looks like this but it's black, it's the trunk's not opening up all the way. It's short about an inch. So anyways, what had to happen next is I made brackets using this punched aluminum that's I don't know what you call it, an L shape or bend. I use this because when I tried using the flat aluminum, it was bending with all the force, but this one that has a bend in it is stronger, so it's not bending with the force. I guess the trunk is heavy, or at least, yeah, it's got to weigh at least more than 100 pounds, I guess. Yeah, so I'm going to get back to the video. You're going to see me making the brackets, and then it's going to skip over to once the stuff's already getting wired in. I apologize. I don't know if when it happened, I was pissed off, and I didn't even want to even keep recording. The plan was to do one side and then record me doing the other side once I was successful, because all of this is basically done in theory. Hadn't really been done before, at least not on this car by anybody that I know, at least not on YouTube anyways. I have done actuators in the trunks before. It's something that I picked up when I was down in Texas, when I was stationed out there, when I was in the Army. So, you know, the guys down there, they call it popping trunks, and they use actuators to pop their trunks all the time. So that's kind of where I got this idea from. And then also that, and the fact that the trunk kept falling on me. Anyways, let's just get back to the rest of the video. Okay, so I had to go back to the drawing board. Originally, the actuators that I got were 50 pounds a piece. They weren't strong enough to lift the trunk, so I had to upgrade to these 200-pound actuators. That is what the mount that I made looked like, that hooks on to the back part there, and then this is the part here that hooks up right there. So that is the relay, right, that allows it to open and close automatically with this remote right here. And it has the capabilities to where if you look at that separate relay right there, that one is for the push button, one button, so that I can open it with the factory remote, and the button up in the dash, and so I could close it with that button right there. And then take a look. See, that's what the bracket looks like. You see it right there? Gotta get in there. Alright, so there's the bracket. And it's right. Alright, that's what it looks like right there. What's this? Yep, so it's on this there. And that's it. So I think this one you can kind of barely see it right there, but I mean, I guess I could spray that black. And then this is where I mounted the button. This is a waterproof button. I got this one from, I think it was like $8-9 from Amazon. And then also all I do is I just press it once and it automatically closes the trunk. Now the question that I've been asked a few times is, does it latch? No, it does not latch. So I just give it a little, and then it's latched. And then also it functions here with the buttons right there. So, and then there it is. Automatically opens. Okay, well, there it is. I was able to successfully get the trunk opener working on the Lexus. Some of the dudes from Texas, you guys have seen this. This has been done plenty of times over there. You guys call it popping trunks on people. Spent some time there when I was in the military. But yeah, so this one was a little tricky. The first actuators that I got were 50 pounds each. And so I got 2 of them. I figured 50-50, that's 100 pounds. It'll take the load. Unfortunately, it went down and didn't want to go back up. And I got, anyway, so I had to go back to the drawing board. And I went ahead and got these 200-pound actuators from Amazon, believe it or not. And they were able to hold the load. And then I also got this this like a switch box or whatever, a circuit board relay, where it has the options for the remote, the wireless remote to make it go up and down, and it has the capabilities of adding on the push button, so you could one touch button it and have it close, or you could have it on a toggle where you hold it up, hold it down. But as you can see, I got it done. All right, so cost wise, it was not too bad, because I got both actuators for $40 a piece. That's 80 bucks. The little relay to get it to do the automation, that was another 20 bucks, so that's 100 bucks. Plus, let's just call it like $10 worth of the brackets, the corner brackets or braces that I got, so that I can make the mounts on this. So yeah, not bad. We're talking, just call it 110 bucks. And yeah. So the original shocks were like 5 inches of stroke distance. And unfortunately, they don't make actuators in 5, or at least I couldn't find any. They make them in 4, 6, 8, and well, you get the idea. So I went with 4. So I'm actually an inch short. I could mess around with it and try to see if I can make a bracket where I extend it an inch, but I haven't got around to it. It's a pain in the ass, but it's working fine. And there it is. All right. Hope this video helped you out. I failed and then I succeeded. Took a while. All right. Take care. Y'all like, comment, subscribe, and thanks for support. Peace.